Hello and welcome to the Four Persons in our Lenten Reflection for March 10th, 2025, Monday. Everybody that's been following me knows how much I'm looking forward to this trip in September to the Holy Land, Portugal, Spain, and France. Today I want to talk about one particular destination that I will be at on September 21st, the Pater Noster Shrine. Pater Noster means our Father. And this is the location where Jesus taught this prayer. Later that day, I will also be visiting the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus said this prayer in a different formation. I want to focus on one part of the prayer. The four words, Thy will be done. Because when Jesus prayed this at the Garden of Gethsemane, he said it like this: Father, if it be possible, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. It is the simplest of petitions and the most important. It's also the hardest. Because sometimes God's will doesn't mesh at all with our will. And the prayer that we ask over and over and over again, God refuses to answer. And we become despondent and crestfallen and maybe even bitter. And it may be that what we're asking for is a good thing. And it doesn't make sense that God would refuse it. That's where faith comes in. Because in faith, we understand that even the most terrible thing that God allows to come into our life, He allows in order that He may bring a greater good from it. And sometimes when really bad things happen to people, it's very difficult to imagine that greater good. And that's because we can only see what's on this side of the curtain. We can't see what's on the other side. And when God gives us His will, and it's very distasteful to us, and bitter and difficult and unpleasant, we are very tempted to pray that prayer, Father, take this cup from me. And it's okay that we pray that prayer, so long as we understand that it is His choice whether or not to remove that cup from us. And the most difficult prayer to make when things are really tough, when things are really bad, when God has given us a life that's very unpleasant and circumstances that are very unpleasant, to accept our cross with four simple words. Thy will be done. And a lot of variations of this have come about across the ages. One, of course, was a serenity prayer. Lord, grant me the ability to change the things I can change, the courage to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. In any case, the surrender prayer is the true prayer of faith. Thy will be done. So rather than praying incessantly for God to take the cross from us, sometimes the best thing that we can do, often the best thing that we can do, is pray for the strength to drink the cup that He has given us. And I ask you during this Lent to do that. To pray for the ability to surrender to His will regardless of how difficult it is. And it sometimes can be very difficult. Thy will be done. 4 simple words to say. 4 very difficult words to live. I hope you will try. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.